Hello, I am Eli J. Brown / Eli J. Brony here with a Hero Factory MOC that I've made. This is not for any particular Hero Factory series. It's not part of Invasion from Below or any Hero Factory series at all. It's just a creature that I made for the sake of making a creature. This is the Alidongo. It is a alligator-like creature that I'm not quite sure as to what planet these guys would come from. If you want to suggest a planet name for these creatures, be my guest. So, the whole purpose of this was that it all started off with this mask right here. You may remember this mask. It is Wenua from the 2005 Bionicle series. This is his Toa form mask. And I used two yellow half-size bushings. These two specific ones came from Evo XL machine. And they're supposed to be used for eyes. And another good thing was that the Evo Walker included one of those short ball cut pieces that have the two ends on them, which was first introduced with Stormer XL from the Breakout series. And that really helps to attach Toa heads onto Hero Factory body pieces. Well, actually I did not use a Hero Factory body for this. Instead, I used a Ben 10 body. It's the only one that I have as of the time of this video, but I do plan to get more of them off of Bricklink in the future so I can make more MOCs using those kinds of torso pieces. But I used that specific one, this one, for the body, though what I needed to do afterwards was to figure out how to cover up the back so it did not look all that bad. So I put down this this foot piece right here. I think it's a Kalma foot piece in gunmetal gray, and I needed to cover up the little openings on the side. So I did that with these 4-long size armor pieces, and they're actually attached to the shortest arm/leg joints. So they cover up that part right there. Sure, it might look kind of silly looking at the armor pieces like that, but otherwise it looks pretty cool. I did use the gunmetal gray Stormer XL feet that came with Stormer Freeze machine and Evo XL machine, though I don't remember which of those sets that these specific ones came from, or if one came from one set, the other came from another set, but it doesn't matter, because they're all the same. Nothing is really different about them. But for the back legs, I used the original Toa feet. And before you ask me, you could have used the new villain feet, the new claw feet for the villains from the 2014 Hero Factory series. Well, as of the time of doing this video, I have not gotten any Hero Factory Invasion from Below villain sets yet. So, I cannot use parts from a set that I do not have yet. Nor any parts that I simply do not have at all. With the tail, I use these two ball cut pieces. Well, this one is more just to cover up some bareness. But it looks good. It doesn't move about as much because of this point right here. And this tail is made from this leg piece. This was an Obmatorn leg piece, but this specific one came from the Bionicle Stars series of Scrawl. And it is quite a disappointment that there was one of these in that set, because if you bought the set from mocking, you would only have one of these. You wouldn't have a pair. And it would be pretty hard to find ways to use just one thing instead of having a pair. And the same goes with the armor, the leg piece down here. This piece right here, the extra long, the one with the pinhole in it, the Hero Factory leg piece, the upper leg piece, Well, because Evo XL machine only included one of those, and it was for a use that that piece simply was not meant for, I just did not have a pair. So that was quite another letdown for that, but having it be used as a tail certainly gives good use out of it, because if you have something that's just one and not in a pair, it's quite difficult to figure out what to do with it if you're going to use it for mocking. And with the head, I'm going to show you quickly how I did the head in case anybody is wondering. Well, first off, first off, you see a face right here. It's Wanua's face. But turn it back here, you can see like the holes on the side. Those kind of look like they could be eyes, and it was actually used officially like this on a combiner model, which I can't remember what it was actually called, but it was a combiner that made some sort of dragon, which combined with Wanua, Matau, and Vakama. And while the sets did not have instructions to build that, instructions were available online. So that was pretty interesting. So I wanted to make a MOC using this head in that specific sort of way. As for the lower part of the head, I used the Toho Herdika neck piece, whatever you call it, and also used these black Borak teeth on here, along with this Technic piece in the middle, and it flops around quite a lot as it is now, but it actually does not move as much once you get the head on there. So I'm now gonna put the head back on. Yeah, it's kind of difficult. Okay, I think yeah, it is quite difficult. I'm actually just gonna take the whole head off and then I'll put it back on. Okay. Go. There we go. Though there could be some debate as to whether this looks like a dragon or looks more like a rodent. I suppose it could be either one. I certainly think it looks more like a lizard of some sort. Though this is supposed to be based upon an alligator. Well, it's also kind of based upon the Dudongos from the Legend of Zelda series. In case anyone is familiar with Legend of Zelda, it's a pretty good series of games. I certainly have a couple of them, and I played them a lot. And that was kind of the inspiration for this. So it was pretty good that a number of parts that I used on here were very useful parts that were introduced with the Invasion from Below sets. Though, an interesting thing that you could maybe do would maybe be to use a black lower jaw from one of the beasts and use the upper part of the Flyer Beast head to make a completely black head. I may actually make a MOC using that sort of deal once I'm done reviewing the Invasion from Below villain sets, for the first wave anyway. But anyway, that is about it. That is the Alidongo, an alligator-based creature, and that's it. That's it for this video. So I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.